Follow this wave. I don't wanna play the games you play. I don't want you to leave. I just wanna make you stay. Because I love the way your body day. Okay, follow this wave. I don't wanna play the games you play. I don't want you to leave. I just wanna make you stay. Because I love the way your body moves.
Yes, I just gotta pay. No, are we live? Damn, I can't put my personal business out there like that.
Paying attention.
I just have to make sure that he's ready and good to go.
Yeah, I'm good.
Welcome to another episode of Lakers Traffic.
Yes, sir.
We missed last week, right?
Yeah,
July 4th. July 4th.
Yeah, we missed last
We
week.
had family in town.
We weren't there.
Yeah. We had to.
It was good though. It was a night.
But our sound engineer let us have it because she canceled her hair appointment.
Was mad. Y'all don't understand. I was mad.
We'll find a $5 gift card to Chick-fil-A to give her.
Mad. She was just
That's
like,
enough for like a milkshake.
she was just like, "You're gonna do it?" I said, "Yeah." I said, I have a client. They're coming in, and I made this appointment way in advance.
Do you have to specify when you say clients to your friends? Like, I have a client coming in?
Yes,
Because people are like, client? What you trying to say?
that's what I said. A client.
That's what you're telling? So I said a client?
Yeah,
Yes,
I say client.
Because at the
Yours is different. You're a dude. If you have clients, and
Oh.
so you see what I'm trying to, you see where I'm going.
Yeah.
When a woman says I have a client coming through, it's like, what kind of
Bow
client?
chicka wow.
Exactly. Are you a stripper says I have a client coming through?
you just
A masseuse has
went like
no. I just
into the ground.
asked a question. Do you tell your friends
Yes.
when you say you have a
Like,
client
my
coming
friends
through?
know that I have a
Or do they start talking to you, be like, I'll be right back. I got to go let my client in. And he's like, what the fuck?
no, because they already know that
While
I
I'm
have,
here?
No, I'm saying they already know that I have
Hey, what you gonna say? You can
creative
come.
space. They already know I have a creative space. So when I say it, it's not like, oh my God.
They don't get a dirty mind about it.
No, only you.
No, not only me. A lot of people.
You.
Like you're not even gonna wait for me to leave?
And then she can be like, no, but if you want to come, you come too.
Wow. You're wild.
We're on IG.
Oh, we're live on IG.
But did you tell them on your other one to come over? We're on.
He is.
Oh, I know we're live on IG also at the same time.
What did you do
No,
for the
I'm
fourth?
talking about your personal page.
Oh.
Come over here.
Yeah. But don't I usually do that at the end of the show?
No.
Show.
Oh, well, yeah, y'all should come to YouTube and watch the show on YouTube.
Toy, we need to take Toy, we need to take him to HR. He is not following
What?
the game plan. Go live. Tell him we're about to go live. Join us on our YouTube channel. Hey, Miss Scorpio, how are you? Happy Saturday. What did you do for the fourth?
8.
Slept.
That's about it. Well, yeah, 8. That was about it.
That's usually how it is. The older you get, the more you just want to go somewhere and kick it for a little bit, get some food, and just go back home. But when we were younger in college,
Yeah, go to pool parties.
we would go to like 5, 6 different places.
Yeah, pool parties. Then that night maybe go to the club.
Yes. You just never got tired.
Nah, now.
Around 8:30, we're like, damn.
Man, I'm about to go home, but
Like, bro, the sun is still out. And then you lie, so you got to work tomorrow. Be like, nah, bro. Tomorrow's actually the 4th.
what time you gotta work? 7.
True. Like, you got to get up early.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't come over.
See, exactly. I don't know what it is about you just wanting to be in your comfort zone at a certain time after a certain age. Because you still have a lot of people that are, but there is though, right? Or is there
What's in the streets, bro? What's in the streets?
nightlife?
My mama said after 12,
Uh-huh.
okay? it's
Nothing
three-
good. Nothing good comes up.
Let her finish. She's a female.
because-
You're not gonna say y'all because I didn't cut you off. He did. My brother did. If anybody's going to HR today, it'll be him. Anyway,
The whole writer.
after 12 o'clock, what happens?
Mom said there's only the three P's come out. What do you think they are?
Prostitute.
Popeyes.
Nah. We got one.
Punks.
Nope.
I'm
Pistols?
Nope.
and I mean like people that
Oh, three
like
people.
thugs.
Pyrus?
Nope.
I thought she was. I thought
That's
she was
why I
blood.
said punks, thugs,
Oh, so you said the first one was what?
prostitutes.
Pussy?
That's the same thing as prostitutes.
No, but you could get free pussy versus violence. So it's different levels to this. One, you got to be like, how much? The other one, you be like, hey, I'll take you to the store tomorrow. But what's happening for tonight? What's happening for tonight? Oh no, I really got to get this down. 3 P's:
3 P.
prostitutes, police,
Nope.
Piedmont Hospital.
Pressure.
Nope. We're talking 3 types of people now.
Pimps,
Oh.
pimps, prostitutes, and
Players.
no, pimps are part of that player group. I can't believe it's not police. Prison.
Nope.
Prison.
I said 3 type of people.
People, prisoners. I was gonna say prisoners. When they break out, they want some pussy right quick for free. You come back in. He been saving that commission. What did they give you in prison? They put it in your books. What's it called?
Commissary.
Commissary. Saving his commissary. He broke out. Went to go pay that girl $30.
Dang, it only costs $30.
Hey, it depends on where you at.
That shit must be trash.
This we got 2 P's.
Yeah, pimps and prostitutes. Then we need
Pastors.
at 12 o'clock at night.
They gotta pray for the people.
After 12.
After
I really want to say like drug addicts, but there's no drug addicts.
Sorry.
There are no drug addicts that start with a
These
P.
come out.
Potheads.
no. Pill poppers.
Around that, but not something around pill poppers.
If you're listening right now, what are the 3 P's that are available after 12 midnight? And they're not good things. We have gotten 2 of them, prostitutes and pimps. The third one is killing. And she says it's 3 types of people. So not buildings, not cars, not places
Or things.
or things.
Fat people like PHAT. PHAT.
I've said this once. I'm going to say it again, Toya. We need to take him to HR after the show.
People like fat, like.
But then you started spelling it with the F, and then you started to correct yourself. No. You're going to HR. You're going to HR.
No,
You're going to. I think.
like it's
All right.
it's not on purpose, bro.
3 P's:
It's not on purpose.
pimps, prostitutes,
Ooh, predators.
No.
Dang it,
peeping toms.
lady! I took your
There's something you said
Around
pill poppers,
pill
right?
poppers.
Something around pill pop.
phonies.
She's phony. She's fake. Hey, I got it.
What?
P. Diddy.
P Diddy wasn't even. We didn't even know about it back then.
But he did.
But we didn't. But
Diddy said, take that. They talking
so it said Percocets,
It's
Percocet-
people.
porn stars.
people, pimps, and prostitutes.
People pimp. No.
Oh,
Porn stars, pimps, and prostitutes.
pro stars and prostitutes. Ain't they?
Pamela Anderson, pimps, prostitutes, players,
Around pill poppers.
pill poppers.
I don't know what's around pill poppers, so I can't even tell you that. I'm still guessing.
We're gonna do 1 more minute.
Yeah, we got to. What's the question? Kev, the question is,
What are the 3 P's that you find after 12 o'clock at night?
we got 1. Oh, we got 2. The pimps.
And the prostitutes.
And the clue is the other one is around pill popping.
He said a fatty. But he spelled it PHATTY, right? We're still taking the HR. I said P. Diddy. I was the one that said the pill popper, but after 12 a.m. And I feel like everybody that's probably on YouTube, that's listening right now, they're on Google right now trying to answer questions.
I was just thinking about using Google
It's
too.
not. No, that's cheating, bro. No, don't say it. Okay, give us another clue.
What is another name for drug dealers?
The weed man.
Pro-
Street pharmacies.
That's an X, bro.
Pharmaceuticals.
What is another name for a drug dealer?
producer.
What they produce.
You got it, Dab!
Oh, Pusher. Pushers. Oh, wow.
But when we said drugs, you should have just said, yeah. That would have been the same thing. You just say, okay, drugs.
Didn't I say I wanted to say drug dealer?
Yeah.
But that was not the word.
Man.
I said 3 things.
You could, but you could have said.
Yeah, Miss Scorpio, I agree with you.
You said. But you could,
Introduce a pimp.
but why didn't you say it is another name for drug dealer when I said drug dealer?
But in 2024, prostitutes are not just open after 12. They
work 24/7.
Exactly. You can goddamn talk. You can fall asleep and wake up at 2 a.m. and like just get online and be like, there she is. I'm gonna book you right now.
You know, mama, I was younger at that time, and you know what we're talking about, like the early 90s when she
And time. You know, I think your mom also not. Please don't take this the wrong way, but your mom was probably around that time when Freaknik in Atlanta was really going down. I didn't say she participated.
Miami.
Yeah, but it's still that time when how old was your mom when Freaknik was going down? Isn't your mom like around? Shouldn't she be around the same age as like Andre 3000? And he like 50?
62.
Oh yeah. No, my mom is. Yeah, it has to be because my mom is in her 70s and she was around when that happened in the early 90s.
Yeah, I was born in the 90s. So yeah, I mean, I was born in the 80s. So of course, it happened in the 90s.
Yeah, that's what I'm not trying to say that she was participating in.
Like her grandma, her mother told her that, and she was just like, "You don't need to be out past that." I was like, "Why?" There's only 3 things out there. 3 things out there: prostitute, pimps, and pushers.
And in 2024,
pushers.
There is so much more open after 12 a.m.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Racetrack is open. Quick Trip,
yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was a kid, and I used to see them
fatties.
No, actually, Freaknik. Yeah, when I used to see, I was like, "Dang, I can't wait to grow up and go to one of them."
And then they take you to boarding school. He's like, "God damn it, these are not fatties."
Bro, I was so angry about that though, because I was like, "I'm gonna miss so much."
I was there
I'm gonna miss so much.
Yeah,
bro.
Like, why would they do this?
Never had prom.
None of prom.
Never had prom.
What are you talking about? Prom. And then your American accent just starts. You wake up one day and be like, what the fuck? Why do I sound like that? Why do I sound like this now? Femi, what is going on? Your accent just evaporates like water in the summertime, right? And then your attitude and everything you say starts to change. You don't say, hey, man, you be like, and don't bring that back to an American.
No, I still do that.
Like, yeah. Man, if you ever hear anybody,
what do you call this? What do you call this? What do you call that?
They're gonna. Oh, I know what she's gonna call it. But even though we taught her when we had that segment, we had one-on-one. I told you,
right? For everybody in the comments, put in the comments. What do y'all call this? When people do that, what's that called?
Don't be afraid to spit out your answer. Spit out anything. What would you call? Okay, what would you call it?
What would you call it?
Like sucking your teeth?
Yeah, Americans call that. That's what they call it. But we call it hissing.
Or kissing your teeth. Or kissing
Why are you kissing your teeth? What's wrong with you? Gotta make your bed. Oh, mommy, I don't want to make my bed. What's wrong?
Kissing your teeth out?
Are you mad? And the level in which Africans will curse you out, it's very, very educational.
Especially when Yoruba people curse you out in Yoruba, that'd be the most funniest thing.
How can somebody look you dead in the eye and be like, okay, I see that your senses are taking vacation? Because it takes you a while to break down. What the hell did you just say? I see that your brain your senses are taking vacation.
Your brain is not connecting shit.
No.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Oh.
Funny to hear y'all.
One dad said, pass me the remote, and the son passed, oh, you can't pass the remote, but you cannot pass the remote. Okay.
No, there's one guy, he was talking about his teacher slipped on a piece of paper in class, and he said, somebody's trying to assassinate my life.
Let me tell you the story about this video. I think I sent it to you too.
Well, this might have been the video.
This American had gone. He did the exact same thing that happens to us. I don't know who the spokesperson was back in the day that says, no, what you are going to do is have your children in America and then send them to Africa, send them back to Nigeria, let them live there for like 10 years. Let the mosquito bite them and then bring them back, right? I did it. He did it. Mm-hmm. We have multiple cousins that have done it. This dude said, and he lives in Atlanta. I don't know him personally, but he said he went to Nigeria. He was 17, which is the worst time to go. You want to go to Nigeria when you're much younger.
Yeah, like 13, exactly. 14.
When you are 17, you already lived life. They are literally yanking you right before your prom to go to a whole new culture.
Yeah.
I believe that's abuse, unless you were one of those kids that was about to go to prison. Right? Or they were about to kill you because you were again.
How is that abuse? How is that abuse?
You don't see that as being abuse?
That
you were inches away from going to prom and experiencing this whole American lifestyle, and then just yank you and take you to Africa.
And now, and now you're about
Africa.
Now you're about to experience
mosquitoes biting you and
assemblies
and canes, switches for Americans. Those switches where they whip you with those canes. That is what he's going to experience. And that's exactly what his boy said. This boy said he got to America. He got to Nigeria. It was the first day of school. Everybody was like doing their homework. And then the teacher hadn't walked in. This dude was like putting his head down like he was sleeping. And then the teacher walked in and said, you, put your head up. And the dude looked up. You know how Americans is different than being in Nigeria. The American dude was like, and he put his head down. Yes. Class. And all people in the class said, yes, I said, oh, I wanted to make sure I'm not invisible. And then because of his actions, the teacher started to whip everybody in the class, right, as punishment. So the boy said he saw them whooping the girls, and he said, oh, man, don't be whooping the girls like he was doing his American. You can't be whooping the girls like that. That's wrong. And the teacher said, oh, so you want to collect it for them? This boy looked the teacher dead in the eye, said, yeah, I'll do it. The teacher, he told his ass, the boy said after the second one, he said, yeah. He said that's how the year started. That's how the year after his Nigerian accent said, yeah. He said when they were done with him, you know that crying that, they do when you're so all the girls like, sorry, the American is crying, sorry.
No, let me tell you one, bro. There was one time where there was this guy. He was I witnessed it. Mm-hmm. So there was this guy in my class. I think I was in like 10th grade. I mean, not 10th grade, but 8th grade at the time. And so there's one particular guy in my class that was just acting up. And so the school called his dad.
Oh, God.
His dad came to the school. He took him out. He took him out to school. And when he came back, we were like, he was crying, and we were looking at him, we were like, what's wrong? He said, my dad beats me. He told us how his dad beat him. He said his dad took him from the school. They went out to go eat.
He treated him before he whooped his ass. His own son.
To go eat. They went to go have food. They enjoyed the food.
You know what he was saying?
They got back to their place.
Hold on. He said, let me put a pause right there. When they were eating, I bet you the dad was looking at something like, are you enjoying your sex? It's a sweet family.
He said they got back home. His dad said, so you enjoyed yourself, eh? He said, you enjoyed yourself. That's good. Now me, I want to enjoy myself.
And I bet you that son said, Daddy, what does that mean?
Let me show you.
The first, Daddy, please, I won't do it. You're not going to do it again, but I'm going to enjoy myself.
Exactly. You've enjoyed yourself.
That was my turn.
Enjoy myself.
That was my turn.
Man, I was dying laughing.
Seriously. And back home, we don't really see it as abuse. We just see it as discipline.
Yep.
But, to each his own. I know some people are going to say that, that is really considered abuse. But, like I said.
That's why Black people are not serial killers. I mean, shooting up schools.
Well, we have some serial killers, but I get what you're saying. We have this level of fear, right?
Because you
we don't want to put higher being.
Exactly.
That's
because we were all born into the church.
I don't want to get my parents mad at me because I know they're going to beat my butt.
Not just that. We all spent a lot of time in church, believing, right, just like we still do right now, that you do all this bad stuff,
Yeah.
you're gonna go.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm still saying there's still some bad apples right out there, right? But you will never see a gang member just going to a high school and shooting it up. He's gonna shoot up a whole bunch of gangs, but he's not.
And he might shoot up somebody's house.
Yeah, and he might kill somebody.
He ain't gonna walk away to the school.
No.
It's not in us.
Mm-mm.
It's not in us to do all.
It's like honor among thieves.
Exactly. There you go. It's like we find reason to do what we're doing, right?
Yeah, like they have a code.
Retaliation.
Yeah.
Like if you fuck with my gang, then I'm gonna come back and retaliate.
Right.
Versus, I'm just gonna wake up one day and go shoot up a school. I wonder how this works. Let's see. And then at the end, I'm gonna say mental illness.
That's why they call it manifestos, because they be like planning that stuff out to kill these people. And it because they get picked on and stuff.
But my
mama told me, she said, treat everybody with kindness because you never know what that person had went through.
And just piggyback on what you said right there. Those
you hear me clearly?
Columbine, yeah. You can hear?
Mm-hmm.
The Columbine shooters, when they were shooting people, they saw a group of black people. I kid you not. If I'm mistaken about the race, they saw a group of people. I'll put it that way. And they looked at them and said, "Oh, you were good to us. You go." That's literally how they were alive, or how they're still alive if they're not dead till today. Those shooters killing people saw this one person or people that was nice to them and spared them and said, "No, you go, you go."
Are you serious?
Look it up. And started shooting other people that were bullying them. They were the ones that really started this whole craziness of mass shooters. Because if this was in our country,
but
if those mass shooters did that, you know what they would have done.
Yeah, but
they would have killed them right there on the spot.
But you also have to realize that some people mentally are not tougher than others in the sense of they can't. When you're bullying and when you're picking on somebody, there's only so much that they can take.
Okay.
Until they break.
Okay, then
now I'm not saying it's right.
What black person has been bullied that much where they did that? What Latino person has been bullied so much where they did that? An Asian person has. A Latino actually has. He's an American Latino, the one that did the Parkland shooting. And then there was a Virginia mass shooting, and that person was Asian. But I want to focus on the black people then, because if you can name me one black mass shooter, and I'm sorry, that serial killer that was in DC, the DC sniper, he's an exception to me.
Why? So you're giving him an exception.
But he didn't go into a school, did he?
No, he was doing
random. Let me tell you why he's the exception.
Was it the marathon?
No. That's
which one was
the marathon bombers were these young kids. He was a DC sniper. He was sniping random people in DC from the inside his car. But he wasn't even the sniper. He had trained his 17-year-old son to be the sniper. So he was just he sniped some people, but his son is 17 years old. I think they were trying to get him out because at the time of him committing this, you could tell that he was grooming into doing this. Now, that's the reason why I call him an exception. I'm not going to put him in the same category as I'm going to put like a Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer, right? These people that were targeting and killing people.
But do you know why, though, it's not a lot of black people?
Why?
It's because it's how black, like we said, it's how black people are raised. First of all, as in the black,
and I don't believe God put that evil.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like in the sense of this.
Can somebody hear me?
When it comes to
yes, we can hear you. It's called the lack of melanin.
The lack of melanin.
I will also say this is because we are used to taking that type of abuse from each other.
Are we?
Yes. If you look around, we used to have games. We used to have games called Yo Mama Jokes. We used to have games where we would just sit around and just diss each other.
You're right.
So when it gets to this certain place, it's either
do we look out for each other?
Either I diss you back, or if it gets to the fisticuffs, then we fight about it. But we never. But in our mind, but no, I'm talking about like if we're just dissing and somebody is like treating us a certain way, we just handle it differently because we're used to it. In your own family, people be coming at you.
Yeah,
right.
But I snap back at them.
Right. So that's the only difference. I don't think people that go through that, the people that really go do those mass shootings and stuff because of bullying, they're not used to that type of interaction with people.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm also going to break it down and say that the reason why they're not used to that is because when they had that breaking point, when their emotions were at its peak, their parents didn't show them how to tone that down. So their parents letting them do whatever they wanted to do meant that they could go get this gun and partner up with somebody else, write out this manifesto, like she said, and go do what they want to do. And they know for a fact that the law is going to protect them. I want you to imagine all three of us sitting in this place right now, and somebody just opens up that door and he just shoots up all of us and walks out. And the police takes him to that Bojangles right there, get him some food, and then take him to prison. And the first question when they ask him, why did you do this, is because I don't want these black men taking our women. There has never in the history been a black man that we have been through this. In the beginning, these certain people were essaying certain slaves and they were birthing biracial kids. Am I lying? No, right? So when we talk about, I mean, I do see what you're saying. I see your point, right? But at the same time, I don't know.
Made a statement and you don't know where he was going. He lost his train of thought.
I just didn't want to get too deep into the slave part. I didn't want to get too serious with it. Because when I start talking about you had certain babies that were born that were a different race, right? They were biracial, and the way that they came about wasn't because they were in love. The women were assaulted.
Yeah,
we're not going to use that word, right? Essay. They were essayed, and then the children came about. That's the birth of the biracial part, right? But it wasn't made the same way that I can't keep going without talking about the essay part, and I know I'm going to slip up and say the art part, so that's why I keep on bringing it back. My point is, not everybody, especially back then, went through what we went through. When we can handle certain stuff because we've seen certain stuff, because we expected to handle certain stuff as Black people, right?
I mean, yeah.
White people or different races are always, and a Latino that's of like their complexion matches a white, they're going to see them more on their side than us. We're always going to be the problem, right? So even when there's a mass shooting, none of these mass shooters have been, if there has been, then I apologize. But from what I've seen, a couple of these mass shooters that have shot people, they end up not being killed in the hands of the police. They go to jail. They go to court. They go, and when they go to prison, they are protected in prison until either they die, right? Because they're never getting out. But if it's a different race, they're dealt with almost right there on the spot. He looks like he has a gun. Take him out. He has a gun just like another race has a gun. It's what you're doing with the gun. And Tamir Rice will always be, in my heart about this particular situation, because Tamir Rice was a 13-year-old holding a toy gun. And it always bothers me that we don't really use that taser first, because the taser can shut everything down. You're going to drop the gun, right? And then you can determine if the gun is real or fake.
I've seen some people.
Not a 13-year-old child.
No, I've seen people dust the taser.
You're right. I'm not. But if there are multiple people tasing him, or why not shoot him in the leg? Why do you go straight for a headshot and try to kill him?
I'm not saying it's right.
No, I'm not saying that you're saying it's right. But I'm so passionate in the fact that the guy in Minnesota, his name was something. He had like a Spanish name, but he was Black, and he's in the car with his girl or his wife, and his child was in the back seat, and the police, Castro. The police asked for his license, and he says, "I have a license to carry his gun. I'm reaching for my license." Dude was reaching for his license. He got assassinated right there in front of his child. Now that child is going to have to go to therapy for the rest of her life, knowing that this is what happened to her father. But if that was another race, especially if it was a race that matches his race, the situation would have been a lot calmer, right? It would have been a certain level of, I'm cool with you because we're the same race. I've seen multiple cops fist fighting civilians that are the same race as them. They would never do that with a Black person. Never. Not that I'm saying it will never happen, but I'm telling you right now that we're conditioned to handle all this pressure, But nobody in the history will tell you that we give out that pressure. We don't give out that pressure.
Like we said, we're suppressed. Like, it's racism.
We're the bridge that carries this whole world. Think about it, bro. Whenever we leave Africa, wherever we've gone, I'm not saying we're all scholars. I'm not saying we're all angels. There's some, we have some negativities out there, and not just Africans, Black people too. When we go anywhere, go look at the Olympics. Who's the Simone Biles? Mm-hmm. I rest my case. Who's the basketball? Are they not like 99% Black? Look at the France team. Just look at all these teams, and we put out all of our gifts that God has given us, and we don't even get the respect back. Even amongst our peers, we need to tighten up too, right? When you see something that's wrong, we say something that's wrong, but overall, we give out, but we don't get at all. And I told my homeboy this one time, I said, it's not like we're really asking for $1 billion. Some people would say, yeah, give us a reparation. No, everybody would tell you, we just want equality. We want the fact that if we graduated with this degree and Connor has graduated with this degree and Kim Lee has graduated, let the best person win. Don't say, oh no, I want a Caucasian person to go ahead and take over my company.
I feel like they shouldn't put race on there, and they shouldn't put name.
You're right. Because
like, if I put Latoya, you already know that I'm Black.
I already agree.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
So if they didn't put no name and they just do all qualifications, then I feel like
read this right here, bro. A Black man got a job interview after he changed his name on his resume from Dwight Jackson to John Jabrowski. Now he's suing for discrimination.
I should have did that because I wasn't getting no jobs in LA.
What do you say about that?
I wasn't getting no, but
it's true. It happens.
So
when I changed my name to my middle name, I got a call back, and when she saw me, she was just like, "You're Renee?" I was like, "Yes, I'm Black."
You can see the surprise on their face, right? Like, damn, they got me. And then after even the interview, it's still up to them to decide if they want to take you or not. What have we done as of now to certain races to make them hate us the way that they hate us? They know nothing about you. You're not even part of a generation that probably did anything to offend them. If anything, they've offended us. We've been called monkeys in stadiums. We've been called the N-word. We've been called all of that.
We invite people to the cookout that don't need to come to the cookout. We need to start gating Black culture and African culture.
We give and give and give.
Culture and whatever has melanin in it culture.
I agree with you. And the funny thing, Toya, is sometimes I'm watching some shows or I'm reading documentaries and your name just comes to me. I'm like, this is why she said we need to start gatekeeping. Because when we don't, and somebody slips out and disrespects us, and we just let it slide.
We are the most forgiving race.
I think it's a gift from God, if you're asking me, because it's worldwide. It's not just in America. It's not just on the islands. It's not just in Africa. We're all this way.
Melanin is a God gene.
All we have to do is exist these days. Yes, Breed Badu, I agree with you. We need to be able to walk into establishments and be respected. It don't matter if my brother got a do-rag, he got dreads, he got a low cut, he got whatever he has on, he's still a human being. But unfortunately, certain people, they don't see us that way.
Be devil's advocate.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, if they do want you to have a certain appearance at their job, it's their right. That is their right.
I agree.
If they don't want do-rags,
I agree with you.
Don't wear a do-rag.
I agree. No, there's a certain level of professionalism that you have to. That's why I said we also need to tighten up within, right? If I help you get a job at where I work at, and you're showing up late every day, you're a reflection
of me.
Thank you.
Right.
So you know what I don't do? I don't recommend you for this job because I know your personality. You know what he does? He calls me a hater because I'm not looking out for him. Then I tell you the truth. Tighten up. I need you to start showing me some consistency, and then I'll get you this job.
Yep. That's
where we need to start checking each other. Instead of me giving you that job, and then you get the job, and then when you get fired, you start to either hate on me or hate on the company, and stop taking yourself as.
Well, but that's because to be honest, I'm really at the point where people really don't want to hear the truth. They just want to hear what makes them feel good.
You're right.
And as long as it makes you
certain
feel
people,
good,
because when you tell me the truth, I listen.
Well, I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying like
Certain
I'm
people.
I'm talking about as a society. I'm not even talking about individuals. I'm just talking about as a society.
Mhm.
We like to hear what makes us feel good. We don't want to hear
The truth hurts.
dirty truth.
Yeah.
And the thing is until we're able to really hear the truth about ourselves, we're never really going to be able to establish the connections that we need to establish. Why?
Do certain people ignore and want to not admit the truth?
Yeah.
If I'm coming up to you and I'm like, bro, you have all this talent. You can go to school and do this and do that. But then I hear you complaining about you being broke or you not having this money this whole time and you just being in the streets and you're getting locked up because of this lifestyle that you're living. But then you see me on the other side. I'm in this nice area. I have this nice job. I have this nice car. It begins this level of hate because you don't want to take the time out to admit that I am the problem. I need to break away from this environment that I'm in. It's going to be uncomfortable at first. Don't get me wrong. Any change at first, it's almost like you telling a chain smoker to stop smoking today. It's not really going to happen like that. There are processes and steps that you have to go through, just like a drug addict, that you have to start getting over your habits that you've developed, right? And then day by day, you start to change, and then you see the change that you've been trying to get to. That's what we need to start doing to our people instead of, just leaving them as and sometimes you're right. But we do advise and we can't really force.
But that's what I was about to say. You can't force nobody.
You're right.
If somebody doesn't want to change, they're not going to change.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people all the time. I'm like, bro, if you're with somebody and you're waiting for them to change, you're going to be waiting for a long time, because no matter how much somebody tells you,
keep going.
no matter how much somebody tells you, hey, oh, I'm going to change. If you don't see it in their actions, then that means they're not going to change. And so what's the point of you continuously trying to change somebody that isn't? That's what they call insanity. Trying to think of a different outcome doing with the same mess. Yeah,
you're right. Toy, you want to address that question that Kevin Kev asked? That's pinned.
If Muslim women can wear, was it
hijabs?
Hijabs. Say that again?
Hijabs.
Why can't Black African people wear certain head wraps?
Do-rags.
Other than do-rags and bonnets, though.
Yeah, if you're wearing a turban, I can understand that. But if you're wearing a bonnet and a do-rag,
okay.
then
your hijab is for religious purposes. Hijab is for religious purposes.
Right.
And that is discrimination. But if you're wearing a bonnet or you're wearing a do-rag, they know exactly what that's for.
Right. But see, this is the thing we need to look at, right? We are a culture that is more stereotyped than any other culture.
Yes.
Right? And so when you think of bonnets, you think of ratchetness. You think of Friday. You know what I'm saying? You think of things that are not well put together.
Do you think of hood rats?
No, I think of
just a woman trying to put her hair.
No, I'm thinking of, oh, you must be getting ready to go to sleep.
Exactly. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have to also look at how, if the hip hop industry, right, use bonnets as a nice thing, right? Something in hip hop didn't use do-rags as a gangster thing, I think it would probably be able to do that, because our connection of what it is doesn't connect to ghetto, hood, drug dealer. You see what I'm saying? When you see a do-rag, you like, oh, he into some trouble. You do. And when you look at a bonnet, you think of, oh,
have you ever worn a bonnet?
But you're not well put together. You didn't think, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't care. You're not taking care of yourself.
Lou says, why are you wearing a bonnet to it?
That's what I'm saying. Why are you wearing a bonnet and a do-rag to
church?
So
question for you.
It's a word.
Have you, ever worn a bonnet to the airport, or would you?
Yeah, I have.
You have. And you don't see that as not being anything but you protecting your hair.
What it is that I have my bonnets. They're stylish.
Okay.
So you don't know they're a bonnet, but they're bonnets. Or if
I looked at you, would I be able to tell it's a bonnet?
No.
Okay, so that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those girls you see
or a shower cap. Or a shower cap.
They be at the
They do be having shower caps. Y'all be having shower caps on too. Y'all be going to the grocery store with shower caps.
Bro, why they be at the Spirit and Frontier? That's where they at.
But see, what I have learned is, what I have learned since I came into learning more about my background, I put my bonnet on and then I do a head wrap, an African head wrap.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See, you're styling it, and that's perfectly fine.
That's what I do now.
You're right. When I've gone through the airport, whether I've taken Delta, Spirit, or Frontier, and I'm looking around, I'm sorry, but if there are the other, okay, let me reword that because I don't want to seem like I'm judging our own people.
It is crazy. It's crazy.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Y'all telling me y'all never seen anybody wearing shower caps at the airport?
Because I think for you they look like shower caps, but it's a bonnet.
Does that thing be pumped? Yeah, that's why I have a shower cap. I use a shower cap. I have to use a shower cap.
That's a bonnet they be buying from the dollar store. It look like a bonnet, but it's a shower bonnet. It's a shabong. Now, I do believe that when you walk out your house, you should look appropriate, presentable.
Of course.
Appropriate. Walking out the house and coming to the airport in the shabonnet, like he says, and then you're wearing something that doesn't look appropriate at all. I'm not saying it's sexual. I'm saying it doesn't look presentable. You look like you were about to leave the house and go check the mail right quick and come back in. But because you're traveling, you feel like it's okay. I feel like that's another thing we need to start.
They're preserving their hair, so when they get to the place that they get to, they look, their hair is.
Are we the only race that needs to preserve our hair? We are. No, I was genuinely asking.
Speaking of hair,
he has hair too. So
speaking of hair, I want to know why. And I'm curious. I'm actually honestly curious on why do women like to have weave instead of having their natural hair out?
Okay.
I'm just asking. Now I know you have you rock your natural hair. I know that.
But that girl got I got Ariel, I got Shanae. I was like,
how about we don't know what that is.
I mean,
and this person earring. I said you got Coco Chanel on.
I didn't know what you. I was just looking like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I named my wig.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, so my texture of hair is
I'll check. I was talking to somebody in the camera.
Okay. My texture of hair. Well, I'll say this: Black women's hair don't hold moisture that well. So there's more things that we have to do to withhold moisture into our hair.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Where other cultures, they have more, they secrete more oil in their hair which goes down the shaft of their hair, which protects their hair from the sun and all that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So we're not blessed with that?
No.
Okay.
We have to, in order for us to retain length, there's things that we have to do in order for us to keep our hair shiny. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why they had this place where there was if anybody heard, Black women can't grow their hair.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
No, they can. Yeah, they can. And because I've seen.
But that was a time where it was like Black women can't wear their hair because that's why they need weaves. Now weaves and wigs are protective hairstyles. You see what I'm saying? Like when you don't want to do your hair or you're trying to grow your hair out. So a lot of times people, just like people who have cancer, right? They don't have no hair on their head. So what they do is they get a wig so they look presentable or they look catching to the eye, and also because of the European mindset, that long hair is beautiful. Do you see what I'm saying? Straight hair is beautiful.
They're agreeing with you in the comments also. Yeah, you're right. If you can read what Ms. Badu said, Bree Badu said.
Yeah, so it does. It takes a lot. Like if I do a wash, I have to do. You should see my Well, I go, because I got major color, you know what I'm saying? So anyway.
She has 1,600 colors in her hair. I'm not kidding. It's purple, blue, red, pink, orange, green, darker blue, black, Skittles, M&M.
Bags. But anyway, like I said, like our natural hair takes more moisture, and there's different types of hair. Like some is high porosity and some is low porosity, and for those different things, we have to put different oils in our hair. And I feel like when it comes to Black women, because of our hair needs so many steps. Slapping on a wig does not take that many steps, and I'm out the door. You see what I'm saying? Where somebody that has dreads, not dreads, but locks. What do y'all got to do every day?
Brush the hair, brush down the hairline.
Exactly.
Untangle.
That's why some women go to. That's why you have a bunch of women going to locks.
But a PDA. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I wanted to do one thing. You told us not to go anymore. I'm not going to interrupt you. Go ahead.
So yeah, there's a lot for us to retain moisture in our hair. Do you see what I'm saying? And we know.
Can we find a little bit better way to present when you're going to the airport so it looks?
Well, see, you have to.
Bit more
I'm just saying because.
But you have to also look at the caliber of people who do it. Do you see what I'm saying? There's some people that don't do it, and there's some people that do, and you have to look at that caliber of people. So, like Miss Scorpio, it is easy. Protective styles are way easier to maintain.
But what a lot of Black men are kind of tired of, and I'm going to speak for some of us, is when you do take it off, and your cornrows look like you've been in prison for 6. See,
they just got off the yard.
They look like they've been in prison for 6 years. Ain't nobody touched their hair. It's all over. We're not asking, and then they're like, what?
Exactly. The different types.
You see how Tori just ignored what
she just ignored every single thing we said.
We'll let you speak. Go ahead.
I'm reading the comments.
Yeah. Please do. What does the comment say? And I still need to answer my question.
With the different type of textures we have, we actually have to research what products to use.
Okay, African products. At some point, a lot of African Americans were shying away from
juice and berries. Juice and berries
because they were misled by relaxing their hair.
In Walmart and Target, all those Black hair companies that we see in the hair store, do you know what color that person is?
Do you know that you can also go to a mom and pop store and get an actual African stuff and not go to Walmart that's owned by a white?
Don't have that.
Every city does.
No.
If you got Africans in your city,
and Africans are everywhere. Hey, let me also tell you this.
You got Africans in your city.
Africans sell on Etsy and Amazon. It's just we need to start promoting these products for
That's true. We do need to
do our research. We do our research, and then we'll start labeling. And if you're in the comments right now, any Black products that help our sisters and brothers, beard, hair, whatever it is, let's start this community of like growing each other out. I said something that you were reading in the comments, so I'm going to say it again because you could relate to me, right? When our queens are trying to protect their hair, right? And then they take it off, and that's that thing that y'all put over it to kind of secure. It's like, it looks like a sock to me. I'm going to put it that way.
It's a stocking cap, right?
That's
right? Yeah.
Why does the cornrows look like y'all been serving 8 years in prison without anybody touching your hair? It's like, so what are you protecting?
The hair is growing.
Why can't you take it out and braid it again?
Braids do help your hair grow.
Yeah, I'm saying take it out and braid it again.
Well, some people don't know. It depends on what type of thing is going on, right? I personally, there's women that get their hair braided and it's in a circle. You see what I'm saying? Some women don't know how to braid their hair in a circle. Like it goes all the way up like this. Not everybody knows how to braid straight backs. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times, and it's getting ridiculous, but they call it installs now. When you go get your wig put on, they call them installs. Yeah. Installs. Yeah. Yes. That's how ridiculous it has become. Installs.
Now they got definitions and
definitely. Yes. Installs, installations. You know what I'm saying? Tight.
And then Toya, y'all going too far with the eyelashes too. They looking like not you. I would have told you on the side like Toya. It looks like you have a brother feather.
But today I didn't wear no.
No. You know what I'm talking about. The girls that have like these on their eyes, and they be like, hey. Now,
I think there's one where you can actually get it surgically put on lashes.
I never knew that.
Now, Lou says
And also eyebrows too.
Lou says I would never ever wear a bonnet to the airport, but what I will do to protect, once I boarded the flight and we've taken off, I'll put the bonnet on.
That's
and
different.
Take it right off before we land.
That's different.
That's
You want me to tell you why?
I've seen
Because
people
you're going to go to sleep.
I've seen people put like that mask on their face. Women, like, you know that mask I put on your face? It's like a white thing to get y'all. I've seen them do that once they're in the air. That's still different.
Yeah. I get it. You're going to be sitting in the chair for God knows how many hours. You might fall asleep and you don't want to mess up your hair. I totally get it. Totally get it. So yeah, I can agree with that. But when you just like
Kev, I don't know how to braid hair. Kev said the easy fix to what I'm asking for is do one or more of these. Take her braids down, detangle, wash, grease her scalp, moisturizer, and then re-braid it for her.
And that's the whole.
Can somebody give me a YouTube? Somebody, can you imagine a girl saying Netflix and she'll be like, yeah. And then she'll be like, you gonna help me take my braid down? Yeah. I already got this on YouTube. As long as I can get the cookies.
Shit, we can do it. Let me do it right now. Let's shoot.
Call me.
Sit in between my legs. Sit in between my legs.
Tell me anytime you need your braids taken down.
Right, sit in between my legs. Here, right here. Come on, sit in between my legs. Put your hand right here.
I can't braid and don't always have time to go to a shop. They're charging an arm and a leg just for cornrows.
Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. There was a time when I first started trying to grow out my dreads. I tried to do it myself.
Like grow it out yourself?
No, I tried to retwist them. No. So I tried to retwist them. You know how hard that crap is? Your arms get tired. You got to go from front to back, get every single one. Yeah, so I get it. Like, it wasn't until I really grew my hair that I really understood what women were going through when it came. For example, I enjoy getting my head shampooed.
I think I recently saw a video of her on her page. And she was
that is the best feeling.
It's almost like it's this look in your eyes y'all get when they wash your hair. It's like y'all on a whole different planet.
Bro, it's the best feeling. Like, they just be getting in there and you be like, I'm in the chair like this.
That soft spot in your head. And they just like when they get there, you be like, ooh.
And they just scratching and oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like a head massage. And they're professionals too, right?
So you know they're handling it. I see why dogs love when you scratch their head.
Yeah, and now I understand why eyes be rolling back to the back of their head, but like, cause I be doing the same.
Kev, you doing too much.
Would you help your girl take her braids down?
Yeah, I would.
Kevin, I just now seen it.
Yeah,
that's not seen it.
Oh. Well, you know what? I'm just for the fun. I'm going ahead.
God has said nothing like somebody else scratching your scalp. That is true.
Lou says that my dad used to help my mom with taking down her braids and sew-ins. Wow, that's real love.
Now, don't have me.
She and Mary J. Blige.
Now, if you got an installation,
because you might take that.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. You better go get a professional because you're gonna end up with bald spots in the back of your head. Don't trust me with that. Braids, I could do. When it comes to like sewing needle, don't have me doing it. Don't have me doing it.
Okay, so I guess today is about hair.
No. We're gonna get into it. I was just about to say because we got 45. We got 45 minutes.
Then we can't do the social media because that one's gonna go way.
Should we keep that for next week then?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's stick on topic with this then. Okay, yeah. So you're right. That would be a whole 360, 180 going from
2 hours. I mean, I know how to switch it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Switch it over. But yeah, guys, we wasn't supposed to talk about hair. We're supposed to talk about social media. And I know y'all would really enjoy this. I'm sorry, y'all.
Kev says the shampoo head massage at the hair salon,
man,
the best.
Okay, so if we're gonna stay on hair, right? How do y'all feel? Okay, so our listeners, do you feel like social media is a big reason why Black women wear their hair the way that where it is or how it is? Did I say that right?
What would you define as how it is now?
Right. Okay, so back in the day, we had simple hairstyles, right? We had braids, we had cornrows, you know what I'm saying?
Dreads.
And we had dreads and we had wigs. Now we got where you could get fake locks now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Before you had to get regular, you had to really lock up your own hair, right?
Now we have people who wear weaves that are 33 inches that are all the way down to the. Would you talk to someone that had a wig that long? Y'all.
Not my type.
Yeah.
But if it was her real hair, though.
Not my type.
No, it would be different if it was her real hair.
It's still not my type.
Because I could
That
deal
thing is
with
touching
that.
the ground.
I didn't say touching
No,
the
she
ground.
just said it was like I think that's what about right here. That's what about right here.
33 inches.
33 inches is down here.
Oh, I was off a
so
good.
like to the butt.
Yeah.
Hey, I would. I thought. My bad. I thought you were talking like.
I didn't say Pocahontas, nigga.
That's what I was thinking
You know what I'm
about.
saying? So
No, that's not even
scraping
Pocahontas.
all-
That's Rapunzel right there.
Scraping all them ants and roaches off the floor.
Oh, no, I
and
can't
she
do
get in the
that.
bed.
I can't. And then you bring that hair in the bed.
She's like,
You're gonna have to give you your own. You're gonna have to give your hair your own.
baby,
bed.
I'm itching. Yeah, you itching, bitch. I can see shit crawling.
Right.
It's
Is that a grasshopper?
It's just a bird just
So
flew
Lou
out.
says no because before social media, Black women were doing weaves and such.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that is true.
We just
but
want-
do you feel like it's a little bit like extra now?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like now women are actually shaving their heads bald so that their wigs will live,
Oh, I
flat.
didn't know that.
You see what I'm saying?
But you know,
Or
men are doing it too.
yeah, men are
Fake
doing
beards,
it too.
fake attachments on their head.
I have my shout out to Devon. He does they call them units, not man weaves. They're called units.
It's a toupee.
unit.
No, man
no.
weaves. There's
Watch the
some.
video. They shave you. They put their hair on you, and then they line it up.
Oh, I seen that. I
So-
seen that.
And then there's another one, the toupee you're talking about. I seen this dude that has like dreads like yours, but he's bald like right here. So you know those people that shave all these parts,
Mhm.
but they have like the hair here they can braid. He takes a pick and he starts to take it off.
Okay, so let me ask you this: so men and women that do that
Mhm.
stuff with their head, would you call that catfishing?
No,
Ooh.
no.
Why?
So
Your hair.
No, that I didn't say your
we're
hair.
gonna
I
get
said
back to
you
this
do.
one real quick.
I said you do what you do, like you get the man unit or get the fake locks or you
Ladies.
get wig or whatever. Is that catfishing?
Not to me. And I can
Ladies,
give you
do
many
you
reasons. I can give you
feel
many
like
reasons why.
Okay.
ladies, do you feel like if a man got a man weave or unit, that is catfishing?
No.
I asked the ladies,
Oh.
are you a lady?
For
No.
this question, I'll be.
Oh,
His name is Leia, not Leo. Leia.
no.
Ladies, Lou says yes. It's catfishing.
Yeah, okay.
Lou
And
says
so
yes. And it's funny how women can say that that's considered catfishing, but then I can see you today with short hair, and then tomorrow I can see you with long braids, and I can see you next week with like a ponytail that's down to your butt 33 inches. And
But
I
that's
can
not
see-
catfish.
Exactly. They don't call that catfishing. They say, "Ooh, I'm just playing Barbie," and you're not Ken.
okay,
You
so
just let everything go.
okay.
Let me
so,
tell you something from somebody that, right quick, I didn't mean to interrupt you. A man that's struggling with losing his hair, right? He's just as human as you are.
right.
Mhm.
Just like you would go in the mirror one day and be like, oh, snap. I think my hair is getting thinner right here. And what do? You start to research things. There are one or two things. My brother
Because it
always
helps
told
their
me.
mental health.
Exactly. And you having that mental health and having that
Confidence.
confidence. Thank you.
Mhm.
That's confidence. I used to approach you. I know for a fact that if I approached you with a cul-de-sac is what I call it. I call it when you're bald all the way
But-
up here. Hold on.
Okay.
When I approach you that way, you're not going to give me that time of day because of the whole whatever that comes with you being bald. Oh, you bald. Let it all go. Blah blah blah. But if I approach you with my new and improved 2.0, I'm now looking like, okay, I'm looking nice now. I approach you eventually. Now it's different if she asks or finds out, I'm like, yeah, I do this. But what person comes out the gate? Like, we can see that the woman has fake hair. We can see that hair is not her hair, so we don't have to ask. But a woman is not going to come out and be like, is that hair real? Is that?
But see, because women wear hair, we've seen every type of hair. We can tell. You see what I'm saying? We can tell. Be like, nah, that's not your hairline. But I like you. You know what I mean? But I feel like women have been changing their hair so much that it's a part of being a woman.
So why can't
You
it now
see?
start back?
So-
we have two options. You go bald, right? Or you keep what you got and you line it up. I've known this guy since he was born, right? I've seen him with the low cuts. I've seen him with the afro, and now he has Were you with braids at any point? Now he has dreads. I promise you, there's a point. Locks. I'm sorry. There's a point we didn't talk for a minute, and during that point, he went from the afro to the locks, and till today, he'll tell you, if I start to notice that I'm going bald, what are you going to do?
I'm going bald.
Exactly. He's not going to try to go out there and say, "Hey, I know I'm receding right here." You know, Nas Reed that plays for the NBA. They plays you see how his locks start like right here because he's receding. Stevie Wonder, the same thing. He doesn't really want to let.
Once this starts going, I'm going bald.
And he's confident.
I'm not going to keep.
He's confident.
You could tell if you're going to go bald by your parents. If your mother, if you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For the most part, you're right.
Heredity. Heredity can't play
but
a part.
Some people that have held on to this. Imagine you being a jock in high school and in college. Prince William or Prince. No, it's Prince William.
He's the Prince Harry.
No, Prince Harry's the one with the orange hair.
Yeah. He's going bald, ain't he?
No, the other one. He's already the one that's married.
The older one.
The older one.
That one.
Yeah.
He was. No, Harry's the younger one. Harry's the one that's with
Harry's
Meghan Markle. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The other one that's completely lost it.
William.
He was a heartbreaker when he was younger. Go back and watch. If you've seen The Crown on Netflix, that's where you see that they were in love with this guy. And as he's gotten older, his dad has a head full of hair. But we didn't know what Diana would have had because she passed away.
Diana would have had a hair full of hair.
So we don't know how he became.
They're saying allegedly
he has an attachment.
No, allegedly.
That's not his dad.
Allegedly.
I'm not having the royal show up at.
But see, so I'm just saying. No, because this is the thing, right? This is what
They said Diana was dirty. Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana.
Respect to her.
Yeah,
she was a beautiful person.
Yes.
Okay, so some people say if you look at the woman's father, you can see if he's gonna go bald or not. So say if a man is dating me, he would look at my mother's dad, and that would let her know if he would be bald or not.
Oh,
okay.
So you climb up one more tree to see if you're going to. Okay.
Yeah, on the opposite side. So basically, and also, it has been shown that certain traits jump a year. You see what I'm saying? So basically, if she had a kid after Harry, he might have been bald.
Also,
you see what I'm saying? So sometimes that's why you can have a child, this light skin, but the second one comes dark, and you be like, "What?" And then because
your dad, and you're like, "It is." It's just a skipped one.
Because that's all I watch. A lot of maternity court. Okay.
Lou says it's very odd. It's double standard, but it's odd that if a man can wear a toupee or get away with having the what did you call them in units? The units.
Yeah.
It's not considered a catfish. No, it is considered. It is considered a catfish.
I think on both ends it's considered a catfish.
No. Who said about the hat? Hold on. Who said something about the hat?
But it's almost like when we've been conditioned to accept how a woman can come out with her natural face, or she could go in and come out with her face full of makeup. It's still her, right? Isn't that not catfishing?
No,
because if I saw you without makeup, how do you know I'm going to approach you?
Nowadays, it's becoming catfishing because y'all look like a whole different person.
Ends wearing hats and they have receding hairline is also catfishing. Women who wear a lot of makeup and they contour their face
is catfishing. Okay.
Because we have seen a lot. Remember that Indian man? He divorced her right away
because he saw his children. When they had children,
they look.
No. That's not the one with children. It's someone else. It's another one. That was a white guy. This one was like after they married, she washed her face off.
And he saw her face.
He saw a real face. So yeah.
Because of the one, I can't remember what nationality it was, but the one I saw was, she had done like plastic surgery. She didn't even do makeup. She just did plastic surgery. So when they got married and they had kids,
came out
it was the nose, wasn't it?
The kids, I think it was the nose.
It came out the way God wanted them to come out.
Yeah. And so the next thing you know, he was like, "Oh, first of all, no, you must have cheated on me."
Get out of here.
She was like, "No." Then they looked back at her before pictures, and he was like, "Oh, you catfished me. I want a divorce."
Yeah. So my thing is I don't wear makeup, so I try to make sure I look like how I'm going to look.
Now, it's difficult for you to tell a woman that's self-conscious about her appearance that she shouldn't wear makeup, but you have to accept a man's choice that once he sees your real face, he's either going to be A, okay with it, or B, he's going to keep it moving. You presented him with something that's not originally you. And a relationship is not just temporary. You want to build something like a marriage, right? And eventually, like you said, the story that the Indian guy found out eventually through the kids that she actually changed her appearance. Now he's gone. She has those kids and she has no husband if she hasn't remarried. But the man that she wanted to spend the rest of her life with has seen the truth. There is a level of, because we can't even deny that probably in the early 2000s, maybe 2006, what ladies were putting on their face is not what they're putting on their face right now. You can literally tell soft makeup from a person that has it's like they're
Caked on makeup.
Yeah, you can take a knife and just cut off part of the makeup because it's that chunky off their face. And women go home every night washing that off. Is it healthy for their skin? I don't know. We don't know what the long run's going to be.
Have skin regimens. I mean, face regimens, skin regimens that take that gunk off so that they won't clog up their pores. See, my thing is this, right? Do you feel, women, when do you feel that a man should let you know that he has a man weave, a male unit, a toupee? Toupees are normally white people or like people of
non-black.
Non-black.
Softer hair.
Yeah, but they're starting to do that now.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
While they answer that, can I also ask, when is it good for a woman to tell a man that they got weave in their hair or this is all makeup?
What she's saying, we're all saying, is we know that off the rip.
Not all the time.
We do.
No,
and if you're choosing not to know it,
there's some where it actually blend. There's some installs you can get where it actually blends super well that you can't even.
But it's also something that we expect women to do. Women are.
I think you should expect it now. You should expect it from men now.
Yeah.
I think you should, because as you see it, there are men out here getting ab implants. There are men out here getting
BRAKE. What does that spell? Drizzy. No, but seriously though.
Not only that, legs.
Now, with Toya's question,
people are doing heights.
I want to ask this other question. Does it matter? And why does it matter? And I want to also put my disclaimer. I don't have any attachments, any man unit, any unit under my do-rag. I just want to ask, if a man is doing that, why does that matter at all? If he's also doing it to keep his appearance and matching how you look.
Okay. Ladies, like I said, you want to answer the question, when should a man let you know his hair is not real? And then 2, why does it matter to women that a man has a man weave or man unit?
Boom.
Okay.
Lou says yes, but men have more pride. It's still a small amount of men wearing lace fronts. I think it's a lot of us are out there with.
He should let you know after he is complimented on his haircut or after a couple of dates when he's comfortable.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You're right. I should have said that.
I don't think it matters.
I agree with you, but then when she said, or when Kev said, if you've been complimented about your hair, sometimes you don't know if that person is trying to fish for you to say something or they actually mean it, or it's just your guilty conscience eating you. Like I can say, bro, your dreads is getting longer. You'd be like, yeah, I just been taking all my vitamins. Or I say, bro, your dreads are getting longer. Yeah, I got this new stylist. Or I say,
I got extensions.
Hey, yeah, or you just tell me the truth. I just got extensions.
Back on.
The African,
who will really tell you that they got extensions though?
Some people would. African Giant got extensions.
But that's because,
because his girl called him out about it. Burner.
Exact. Okay, so
Burner's girl, what's the girl's name? Stefflon Don. She's the one that called him out and said that he has extensions in his dreads. But nobody ever clowned him about it. It's like now it's acceptable because it's nothing for you to see a man with like dreads that are like almost shorter than yours today, and then tomorrow's all the way it's long.
And that's what I'm saying. You can usually tell if I saw you today with your hair like it is right now, and then next thing you know, I see you 2 days later and you got dreads that touch the back of your heel. I'm like, dude, nigga,
what's going on?
Yeah,
that's why they tell me to take women to the pool. Take women to the pool. Like, if they look good.
But when black people we can't swim. That's going to be the number one excuse. We can't swim. Miss Scorpio says when there is comfortability on both sides. My bad. That emoji heart was blocking me. I agree. But I'm going to also be way more on your side by saying that it doesn't matter.
Okay, it matters to me.
Okay. Why?
Because I believe that I need to know in case you mess up my pillowcases with your hair.
You know what those kind of dudes do?
Or if
they put this on before they go to bed. They're secure.
Oh, I know.
They're very secure before they go to bed.
But I have a friend. No, the reason I like rubbing my man's head.
You can.
You see what I'm saying?
Not the toupee.
No. My homie does this. Like, he does it. And he was just telling them, don't let them touch your hair. Because it's not. Have you seen the process of how to put them on? It's little strings of and he tells them, like, hey, like, try not to scratch your hair because it's going to peel
Okay,
off.
that's not the one I saw. This guy literally put this. I don't know what kind of glue it was. I think it's probably the glue y'all use for y'all wig.
Yeah.
Gorilla glue?
No,
that's the one. She became rich off of that shit. She did a GoFundMe, and one day she's driving a Kia. The next day she's like, hey, y'all, buy my product. And she's coming out of Mercedes. Anyway.
She's dead.
No, the Gorilla Girl's not dead.
The Gorilla Girl?
Gorilla Glue Girl's not dead. I'll feel real bad if she's dead.
Damn.
Because she was trying to promote an actual hair product. But anyway, the way I saw it, he completely gave him the cul-de-sac, right? Mm-hmm. And then he put some type of glue on his head. And he put actual hair. He was sprinkling it on his head.
And then they shaped it up.
Yeah, and then he started to
shape it.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's not coming off. Even if you put a do-rag on your head, there's no kind of scratching that's going to take that off because it's glued to your head. Now, what about the people that actually go to Turkey or go to get the hair transplant? How do you feel about that?
My thing is, honestly, I just want you to be real about it. I don't want you to sit here and think that this is really your head. Like, I don't want you. Okay, it matters to me if you're faking the funk.
Like breathe.
Exactly. They can't go in the water. They can't take a shower. They can't go to the pool. I mean, I was watching.
They can't go play basketball. If you sweating, can you imagine? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, oh shit, my bad, dog. Like, you bleeding? No, I'm not bleeding.
She's alive. I saw something said that she had passed.
Yeah, I thought I could have, because I think she tried to start an actual hair thing, right? And then people started to call her out.
Y'all just being biased. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all being biased. Y'all should not.
But I think it's a double standard because a man can see a woman that has a full face of makeup. Her eyelashes are like bird feathers, right? But she's still nice. She's still nice looking, even though we know that if she takes off the makeup, she's not going to drop that much in the point. So you're still attracted to her. Her hair is not her hair, right? Some of them wear like a underwear with a butt pad.
She's 43 years old.
Yeah, and she got paid doing that. That I think she knew what she was doing. She said, "Watch this." Anyway, they wear like this thing that has like a butt that makes your butt look bigger. Y'all can wear a bra that makes your boobs look bigger. Y'all can wear a thing that makes your body look
different type of person.
But when we want to go and get
you be a whole different type of person.
But we just want to add a little bit of hair and then hair.
Or a little bit of leg. Man, some of us want to get a little bit of leg.
That's crazy.
You've gone too far.
No, I would never do it. Okay.
The way you just put it in there, we're talking about hair, we're talking about height. That is all you bro.
I can't do it.
Man, too.
Because do you know what they go through to do it? They literally break your legs.
Yeah. But listen, the price of what people will pay for this level of happiness that they think they're going to get once they get there.
Because it's all about mating.
That's what
it's all about, mating.
Why does Cardi B look like how she looks right now?
Because of social media.
Sometimes she looks like she's wearing diapers. I can guarantee you right now, Nicki Minaj regrets because her shit is like SpongeBob. Like, it's squared.
Well, you already know K. Michelle had to go through that whole. She removed it. Show. But what I realized is due to society, the European look is what's called attractive.
The butt doesn't come from European.
Let me finish, please. The European look is attractive in the face, which is symmetry, a small nose, okay, lighter skin. But what catches black men's attention because normally white men are breast women, what you call it, right?
Boobs.
They're
I
boobs.
love those babes.
You know, I know
Those
like
New
a white,
York City
a
babes.
lot of white, Caucasian people, they're breast people, but a lot of black
Just like
men, they're more bottom half. Do you see what I'm saying?
the figure.
And when they look at,
curvy.
and so back in slavery days, right? They saw that the ancestors, or not the ancestors, their husbands were going after these beautiful black women. So they're like, oh, he likes butt. He likes thicker lips. Let me go and become what's sexualized. Because black women were fetishized back then. You see what I'm saying? And they still are today. So why don't I make my something that's fetishized? So I can, you know what I mean? Like women going after women so they can look better so they can get the guy. Do you see what I'm saying?
I truly believe a lot of times y'all compete against each other. Because a man will take a woman that is in sweatpants, a man will take a woman that's dressed like she got on Gucci or whatever, and a man will take a woman that got on scrubs. We don't care.
Right.
Now,
well,
if you're going to be my wife, the way you present yourself now comes into play.
And that's why a lot of women who got big butts and big lips, they don't get married. Which
They become side pieces.
Right, they're fetishized.
Because they would never marry them.
He said.
Right.
Those features are African black features. White women get it because that's what men fetishize. Fetishize the birth, like women, like they say that the wider the body is, the more they seem fertile. You see what I'm saying? Like the wider their hips are, they're seem more fertile. You okay with your hands crossed?
Yeah, I'm reading something.
Oh, because I mean, body language means you're closed off. So that's the reason why I'm asking that.
No,
because you have a pouting face.
That's what that nigga does.
So
he's probably thinking about what he's going to eat for lunch.
No, I'm literally reading comments.
So, like I said, I believe that due to women being fetishized, that is the reason why everybody got it. Then two, when you see men of the higher caliber, like basketball players, football players, certain type of players that have money, they look around and they be like, dang, like if I look like that, I can get on the money train, right? But when we sit back and we look, all of those basketball players, there were women that do not have those type of stuff on there.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Look at LeBron's wife. Look at
she a 10 though.
I mean, she just naturally got whatever she got.
Well, I mean, I think she got her nose done, but other than that, but I don't know if that's true. It could be contouring, you know, because people can make their face look different. Okay, what type of wife does what's the basketball player? Stephanie.
Aisha,
right? Think about like even our art. Look at shoot. All of these people are just coming out of my brain. But look at all the basketball players. There's majority of them have women that have their natural stuff. When you go to hip hop, then you get women that are more on the curvier side.
I only know one though that's married. That's Cardi.
No, Gucci Mane is married.
She's not his wife is not a rapper. Cardi B is a rapper.
No, but she's talking about women. Men
in hip hop that are married to women.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
But then again, Keisha was a video girl. He married a video girl.
Right. Like, but that's what I'm trying to say is when you look at what I'm trying to say is wherever you're trying to go, there's a certain type of woman, cookie cutter.
Like Jesus' wife, the Asian girl, she wasn't. If you look at all Diddy's baby mamas and all his people, they're not curvy people. They're just regular. They're just. She got older and got she
yeah,
filled
but
out.
She's natural. Yeah.
Tiana Taylor's not. I mean, Iman is no longer a basketball player. He's rapped and he's done acting.
Divorced too.
They're divorced. You're right. But I always will say that these curvy women, especially the ones that got their body done and they're almost unattainable unless you have a certain amount of wealth. They're almost like when people have told you, bro, if you get that money, go get you a Bentley. Go get you a Bentley. Go get you a Bentley. You finally sit in that Bentley. You're like, I don't like this car, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like my Porsche way better. Even though the Bentley's way more expensive than the Porsche, men are going to go out there. We're going to dance in that little playground, right? And then when it's all said and done, we're going to come right back.
Because how do you want your wife? How do you want your kids raised?
No,
not only that.
It's not only
He's going to
that.
tell you this thing I'm going to say right now.
There's a difference between sex appeal and beauty. Just because you sexy don't mean you beautiful.
Okay, give me someone that's sexy but they're not beautiful.
I will say.
What's the difference?
The difference is
you're a butterface.
You're a who?
A butterface.
Beauty is more.
You've never heard that before?
Beauty is more facially. Beauty is.
Them big girls that have like pretty face, they're considered beautiful. Yeah, you could be because it's a facial thing.
Right. When you talk about
it's not a body thing.
When you're talking about sexy, you don't have to have a pretty face to be sexy. It's more of a.
Give me a person.
It's more of an aura. Any female that does OnlyFans. Not all of them are sexy. All these people, all the women in sex industry are not all sexy. Let's be real.
No.
Not all of them are sexy.
But not
all of them are beautiful.
The part is everybody has a category that they're going to watch porn. You could be the ugliest person. They find that as being because they're either downgrading you and that appeals to them sexually, or it could be like a really
you got a nice body,
600-pound girl, and that turns them on, so they want to watch it.
Or you got a nice body, or how you might have a nice body, and the way that you present yourself to a person. The way that you dress, the way that you walk is the part that might be sexy. But to say that you sexy and beauty are the same thing, those are
Okay, so I had someone, there was a young lady. She's not that pretty in the face, right? And I had someone tell me, Toya, she is sexy. You're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him why. And he said, it's your personality.
Personality makes you beautiful also.
And he was like, with her, I may mess with her, but I would not date her.
You crack. It's right there. That percentage of those girls that have those bodies, they put themselves in this godlike tier. Like they're the shit. Like they're the ones that deserve to walk around with the Chanel, or you need to keep their upkeep, or else another man is just going to come up and scoop them up, right? Some men are like, I'm not going to keep dealing with that. I'm going to go back to my regular pool that I'm comfortable in. In that pool, you can still find a curvy girl. She's just not going to have that fatty that this girl has. She's going to be, she probably might not be as good looking or might be better looking. But you dealing with a pool of girls that think they deserve to be treated a certain way versus another pool of girls is what's going to get you in trouble anyway. Right. In other words, if my brother married a girl that had I'm talking about a badonkadonk, right? I can tell you off the rip, he's not going to be comfortable in certain settings. If, say, they go to the pool together, or we're going, we're even if we had an outing and I'm with you.
No, I really wouldn't even care, but it's
what she wears. Because
I'll be cautious of it. But that's one of the reasons why, let me be real.
Bree Badu said Lizzo considered beautiful.
Having a big butt is nice. Having a big butt is, and just being frank, talking as a guy, that's just it. Having a big butt is nice to look at. It is nice to look at. Don't mean I want to smash it.
I just said like a Bentley.
Don't mean I want to smash. Don't mean I want to have sex with it. It just means like, oh wow, aesthetically, it's pleasing to the eye.
And I feel
that's about it.
I feel like some of these girls that know what they're working with, they approach you with demands. If that makes sense, because so many guys.
Have somebody that she's more curvy and she feels more entitled.
Because men are approaching her.
Men are constantly approaching.
They're simping over. So
they see her, they're like, "Damn, man,
what you want? I'll buy you anything."
Yeah,
a man is not going to continue that lifestyle, because if I'm going to take you serious and marry you, I can't continue to buy you Chanel. If we're going to buy a house, if we're going to start a family, if we're going to, start our business together, I can't keep buying you all this. But guess what?
Not only that, if I do that for you, I'm not really taking you seriously. I'm just doing it because there's some. You want something from me? I want something from you.
And most girls, they say, if you can't do it, I'll find somebody else to do it.
Which is true.
Bree says, so would Lizzo be considered beautiful but not sexy?
Lizzo has a pretty face. Lizzo has a pretty face.
There's also a difference between being pretty and
beautiful. Yes, that's also true.
So what's the difference between being pretty and beautiful?
Pretty is,
I think Kelly Rowland is absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful. That, you know what? Beauty is both. It's pretty and having sex appeal, but knowing how to present yourself.
I thought beauty had personality.
It does.
It does.
You can define beauty.
But before I meet you, I can look at somebody and be like, damn, she's beautiful.
And then the personality says, oh, she's ugly. Remember when Kanye says even the prettiest people do the ugliest?
Miss Netta?
Miss Netta.
Yo, you don't know who?
I don't know.
We are not doing that. We are not doing that.
I don't know.
Don't bring that over to this channel. We are not doing that.
Who is Netta?
Kevin.
Go on. Just go on Instagram and just type in your search bar Netta, Miss Netta or whatever.
Netta Walker?
No, it's just Miss Netta. You might see Netta and Charles, but it's not Netta.
But Walker. Kanye West said even the prettiest people do the ugliest things,
which was a bar right there. Because that is so true.
I stick to that bar all the time.
It is so true.
Because you can literally see the most beautiful girl and she just treats you like you're a piece of shit.
And same thing for men too.
Men will see a beautiful girl and treat her like she's
like a handsome guy, and next you know he's a
piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
You know?
And it's mainly because of personality.
Oh wow.
Is that bad?
I wasn't being messy. It was Kevy Kev on YouTube being messy. That wasn't me. I'm snitching on you, Kevy Kev.
So to answer your question, a beautiful person to me is Kelly Rowland. Yes. A pretty person to me is Rihanna. Rihanna's not beautiful. Rihanna's not beautiful. She's pretty. But Rihanna's personality can boost her into the beautiful category.
No, I can give Rihanna
beautiful.
I can give her sexy too.
You know the funny thing is, I'm sorry, I don't mean to buzz anybody with their bees, but Beyonce is pretty to me. She's not beautiful. She's pretty. Some people might say she's okay. To me, there's nothing. When I see Kelly, I see chocolate.
Kelly on another level.
She's like a goddess. She's like a goddess.
Is it because of your preference that she's beautiful because she's chocolate?
It could be. He might have a preference for light skin.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Is that why it's hard?
No. The truth is, not a transgender woman. Netta is not a trans. Netta is a man. He's admitted to this. I think this is just part of social media.
So he's an actor?
I believe he's part of the LGBTQ community. I just don't think he's trans. I don't believe he's transgender.
Don't they call those?
Yeah, he's trans because he has breasts.
Or maybe he's just big.
Wow, no.
Is he a drag queen?
No.
I don't know.
No. Anyway.
But he said it. He said it on the interview. He said, He said he's not trans.
Okay, so then we'll respect what he says.
Yeah,
he's not.
He wasn't trans.
Okay,
so let's not put that on that person.
When a woman says that a man is handsome versus a man being sexy, who would you put in those kind of categories?
Huh?
Okay.
I was replying.
Oh, my bad.
I'm sorry.
When you see a man that's considered handsome, or you see a man that's considered sexy, do you not put a difference between both, or do you group everything as one? Like he's handsome versus this guy is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
how you categorize, because you have
like Rihanna's
sexy.
Yes. Rihanna's sex appeal destroys Kelly. Rihanna's on a level nobody's on when it comes to sex appeal.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Definitely. But then when it comes to me, and I think he agrees also, Kelly Rowland's, her beauty is just
Is it because she has class? She's more classy.
Yeah, that I can say that.
But isn't Beyonce classy?
Yes, but
she's just not my type. Well, I don't like lights.
No, but
I'm not really a fan.
It's just something about Kelly. Whenever I see, it's something about when I see Kelly, there's this aura that you get, like,
I feel like that's supposed to be your wife in the previous life.
No, not even that.
Let me take you back to Africa.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Me as a man, just because I find you attractive, or just because I think you're attractive, doesn't mean I want to have sex with you. Or
that's a grown man. I'm able to compliment, and that's the thing. That also kills our community too. Why can't we give each other an actual compliment without you thinking that I want you? Right? Because if you're looking good, and I say, "Wow, you look beautiful today," and then you go home and be like, "Guess what? Tim want me."
And that's the truth,
And then
because
Keisha go tell April, and April go tell Tiana, and then all of a sudden the whole community start thinking.
This is how I look at it. If I look at a woman and I'm thinking that, oh, she's pretty or something like that, I think of it the same way as me, like you explained, me seeing a brand new car, maybe me seeing a Bentley, and I'm like, wow, that's a nice car.
Yep.
It's the same thing. Aesthetically, you look pleasing to the eye. So
certain women, you just can't give them a compliment because they run with it and say, "He want me, he want me," and that can damage the relationship that you probably already have.
I just feel like in the Black community, we have so many different issues within our own identity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of us feel like having more European features makes us on a different level of beauty, or the level of attractiveness, scale. And that's due to how society does push the European uh look, appearance. But as time has gone, people started to embrace the more thicker side, the more darker side, the more imperfection. You see what I'm saying? Because now we have women who have vertigo. Now we have women who are have so many different, like a lot of freckles on their face. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say I want to say that Jay-Z was one of the reasons why a lot of our brothers are now. I'm not saying he's the only reason. Don't get me wrong, because Lil Wayne had his dreads before, but when people saw Jay-Z with his dreads, Nas has dreads now, Lil Wayne has dreads. There was a level of and all this movement kind of started around almost the same Black Lives Matter type movement where we wanted to claim who we truly are, our identity. There was an article I read of this guy that was a wrestler in New Jersey, and the referee was saying that unless you cut your dreads, you're going to forfeit this match. So he was forced, and it was nowhere in the book of the law that you have to cut your dreads off to participate in this wrestling match. He lost a part of his identity cutting his dreads off. But for certain races, they don't even see it like that. They just see it as they own you. They can tell you what to do, and then you do it, which makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, everybody does have their own preference of whatever that they like. The only problem is when you start to discriminate against somebody for their preferences or whatever they like.
But I feel like another reason why women wear weave is because our Black men like straight hair. Our Black men, just y'all too. I mean, might not be y'all. Y'all like young cut. I know.
How many countries? How many countries are in Africa? How many countries are in Africa?
This is Africa. This is United States of America.
So you're leaving the problem here, that the men here like women.
No. We're talking about here.
African.
Talk about, because what we go through here, y'all embrace your natural hair there. You see what I'm saying? But you also have it where y'all have people that are from my American looking in. I see that y'all embrace like men will embrace Black women with their natural hair over there more than over here.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from.
You know why? They don't have a choice. You give them choices. You go to the hair salon to get your hair done, right?
Mm-hmm.
If women stopped right now and said we're just going to mirror what Africans do, you think the men are just going to start saying we're not attracted to Black women anymore? We're not going to do that. We're not.
No.
Women give us the option. There are a lot of men that say we don't like women with the eyelashes. At some point, women were walking around with just like normal eyelashes. They'll use that, it was in a mascara to make it pop out a little bit more, but that was it. And now you literally have women that look like they got bird feathers on their eyes. But in their mind, it's appealing.
It's appealing because
to whom?
And that's what. Okay.
To be honest,
men don't realize how much control that they have off of a woman's or how a woman dresses, how a woman perceives
herself. That's not true. I don't believe
yes,
that.
Yes, it is.
Let me tell you why.
You
don't give a fuck about
women. You know what?
Yeah.
That's not true, because I remember back in the 90s, right? Back in the 2000s, the 2000s, Black women darker skinned women were more shown. Then Lil Wayne says you got to be red bone 5'6", da 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 da. Now all the red bone girls tend to get more attention. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I like a big bone. Like back then, it didn't matter.
Okay,
That was his preference, right?
Can I ask you a question?
But then what happened?
Hold
on.
Also understand that hip hop basically moves the black community.
What happened when
what's liked in the black community?
What happened when Nelly said he liked his dark skinned woman with a big donkey booty? They got their love too, right? People have their preference.
Can I ask a question?
There's a movement that if men, like you said, if men all said, "Hey, we don't like women with weaves," guess what women are gonna do?
They're gonna stop getting
no. Y'all
gonna do whatever.
No, they're not.
No, they won't.
They will not stop doing their weave.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
And this is for all the women. All the women in the chat, answer this, including you. If you're in a relationship with a man and he says, "I want you to stop wearing weaves," are y'all gonna stop doing it?
Yes.
And she said,
I want y'all for herself.
And she's answer for herself. Yes, and I believe her. Well, that's because she doesn't. Look at her hair.
Yeah, she already wears.
She ain't got that short hair.
But
the Nigerian, that Nigerian hair.
But nah, because
my thing is this, right? Because I had a conversation. Someone said, "Hey, if you was in a relationship and your man was just like, hey, Toya, you probably need to calm down on your hair color. Would you do it?" I said, "Yeah, I would go to my natural color." I said, There's only two people, a person that I love, which is on the male side, and my mother. Mm-hmm. My mother wants me to go back to brown colored hair. Guess what I'm doing? Going back to a more softer hair color. Because my thing is, it's not the fact that my hair is not me. You see what I'm saying? It's not.
Who had that song?
So, Goddess answered the question. And Goddess Badu said, "This is the first time she's disagreeing with you, because that's just not her." So that's one person.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. So there's
women that are like, "Oh hell no, you're gonna take me who I am." But also there's a part of me where it's just like, well, is it necessary? Am I doing this because of a certain thing? Do you see what I'm saying?
You see how I see it though?
But it's like to me, because right, exactly. But see, okay, let me ask you a question, Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. If he pays for your hair, he's doing everything you want for your hair, and he says, "Baby, I want you, to get brown hair." Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Would you not turn your hair brown if your man was doing your hair, was paying for your hair? You see what I'm saying? I know women right now that wear weave and their men say, "Hey, I don't want you to wear weave anymore." You know that woman takes her weave out?
I may wear my hair out more, but not exclusively being natural. Okay. And also someone say natural, but they mean straight natural. Early, not the Nigerian one where it's like,
but some people are not, because I know that my hair color is just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Your personality.
This is my hair color is for Toya Victorious, the DJ, the personality. But it's not. But I can have regular colored hair. I just choose to dye my hair blue, green, red, and all that stuff like that. I choose to do that. Do you see what I'm saying? But he was like, "Hey, maybe you should calm down." And I'm like, "You're not doing music anymore or whatever." I'm like, "You know what? Let me try a different color. I may try it." And a lot of times I say this because this is what my mother said, right? She's like, "You should go back to brown." I said, "You gonna pay for it? You gonna pay for the hair? You gonna pay for the?" Of course. I said, "Oh, you gonna pay for my? Okay, let's go." Because my hair color costs $300. Do you see what I'm saying? Every time I get hair color, it's $300. So you're telling me I can go to the thing and I don't gotta pay for nothing? Oh, what? You want my hair brown? You paying for it?
I think everybody would pay for what they want. If that man said he wanted your hair hot pink and he was paying for it and that's what he wanted, you would not have your hair hot pink. You would say that's ridiculous, even though he's paying for it.
Wait, so
What I'm saying,
I'm a colored person. You can't tell me that because I have y'all normally don't see my face.
Lou
but
says that hair color is different than weave to me, though. Now, to me, I also think that women are doing this for other women. It's a competition.
me, look, y'all.
Okay, she came right in the camera, so now you can see her hair. Y'all see all that color? There's purple, there's green. Why didn't it show on? Oh yeah, there we go. I'm about to say
Yeah,
delayed.
it's just a lag. You
We
live?
literally, yeah. We literally talked about hair for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we talked about black culture, and I agree. So my thing is hair, yeah. So, like I said, I'm not stuck to a color. You see what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, I apply for this job and I'm gonna make $15,000 more. They said, hey, we are not going to, you can't wear blue, green, yellow hair. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to a more presentable color so I can make that extra $15,000. You see what I'm saying?
So if your man comes to you and is like, Toya, I like my girls with weave. I want you to wear more weave now.
And I'll be like, you going to pay for it.
All right.
All right, then, shit.
Oh, okay. As long
That's what I'm
she
trying
keeping
to
the same
say.
energy.
What people don't understand is I'm not attached to my hair. I have cut my hair off. My hair has been past
Toya,
my
I want you to go bald.
See, now that's something else.
I'm moving out. That's what she really meant to say. You got me fucked up. I'm moving out.
See, when we talk about
She said she wasn't attached.
Yeah,
I was like, I want to see how attached you are.
He gonna try your gangster.
That, like, it's like extreme. You want me to put some because like weave is not cheap. Like to get a nice weave, to get a nice wig, you're talking about $500 plus.
Yeah, because some of
You see
y'all
what I'm
we
saying?
be shedding like a German Shepherd. Y'all be like,
I still can't agree because it's more than paying to get your hair done. Natural hair is a lot to work with. A lot waking up extra early for a lot of work, thinking about the humidity and all of that. So I guess
Girl, that's why I said you gonna pay for it. See, this is the thing. If you see, this is what like
money erases a lot of.
Yes, honey. Yes. Like I said, like to me, right? I have blue, green, yellow, whatever hair. But in order for me to get this extra 15,000, because I have to work for somebody, and they say that my hair is not presentable, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do 2 things or 3 things. Not accept the job. And you damn crazy. I'm not gonna accept a $15,000 plus raise.
I'm giving enough.
Right. Right. 2, I'll be like, okay, and get me a wig. Okay. And then 3, what I said.
Change your appearance. You said you'll either not take the job.
Yeah.
Put on a wig,
or change my hair color back to its regular color.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think where it's a appearance thing. You see what I'm saying? If the dude's like, oh, I like girls with brown hair, and I just met you, no.
Well,
I'm not dyeing my hair. No, I'm not.
Course.
But if we're in a steady relationship and you're like, babe,
try this.
Why don't you do this?
Or
you know what I'm saying? Like my mom's like, why don't you go back to this? Because I'll show you. I'm like, anyway, and it's like, why don't you try it? I'm like, you gonna pay for it? You gonna keep it up? Because
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Kevin Kev, that's at the point. He says, I think the natural hair community does too much sometimes. It's like they have to do 50 million different process to like get your hair going, where there should be like simple steps. Simple castor oil. A lot of people say that you can use for your hair. It's
only
good.
Because women don't wear their hair in a natural state. That's what I'm trying to say. Black women hair doesn't retain, as we don't produce that much oil like other cultures.
But at the same time, are we using the right products?
And that's why Badu, Miss Bree, she says that we have to trial and error, which we spend a whole bunch of money. What did she say? We spend a whole bunch of money trying to find out. Because you have to understand, when the beauty community, they didn't base their stuff off of black people's hair.
Yeah. But then the Africans did. But we just weren't promoted in Africa. So that kind of caused a division. Because I did hear recently, like a lot of women said the destruction for a lot of black people's hair is when they started relaxing it.
Yeah.
That relaxer is really bad for black people's hair.
Because I mean, I knew
Those
that
chemicals
because-
are bad for our hair.
I knew a guy in school when I was in middle school. He used to dye and relax his hair. By the time this nigga left school,
He was bald.
bro,
Hair like
right
a
up
Stevie
in
Wonder.
here.
He was on Stevie Wonder.
Right up in here, bro. He had everything around it, but the one right up in here was missing. And he was 6 foot. So every time he would sit down and we would just look over him. Yeah, we'd be like, bro,
You got the whole world.
You got a hole in your head. You got a hole in your head. That's what happened.
Radio. I'm about to say radio. Lakers traffic.
Radio. Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Remember the last? That was almost 5-10 years.
Yeah.
Lakers traffic. We were really supposed to talk about social media, but we're going to hold that for next week. I feel like this week was an easy kind of your hair and black products.
Because they started it talking about hair.
Yeah,
so it's their fault.
We're going to go to wherever God leads us.
Well, we didn't even talk about pop culture, how we were supposed to start.
That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. So you know what we're going to do? Next week, we're going to let Toya just start it off. She's going to give out the questions, the pop culture. We're going to talk about the election a little bit because somebody's forgetting a lot of people and somebody's just out there acting a fool.
Lord Jesus,
But
help us.
Trump is acting a fool and the other one's forgetting everything.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, y'all.
Calling the Ukraine president.
Tune in next Saturday. We're going to talk about mental health, how social media is messing around with our mental health.
Mhm.
We're going to talk about the society and where we're going with the election in November, because it's right around the corner. All right. So stay tuned. Again, for those that are just tapping in, next Saturday, we're talking about how social media is affecting the Black mental health or mental health at all. We're going to talk about politics, where we're going from now, how we're going.
It's going to be a grown folks next week.
Yeah, so
Grown folk
we want to
conversation.
say Kev, thank you. Miss Scorpio, thank you. Lou, thank you. Kalia, thank you.
How you doing?
Bree Dabu, thank you. Lovable Denver, thank you. Did I miss anybody?
We also have people on Instagram. We got Marcus Taylor. Thanks for showing love.
Marcus Smart.
Goddess Badu. Thank you for showing love. Sin Culture. Also, thank you. The Boss.
Rick
Thank
Ross?
you. Not that boss.
Oh man,
Miss Scorpio.
that boss got beat up in Canada.
Tony Streets. Thank you.
Jamie.
Oh yeah, Jamie.
Janice. So we just all
Always
want to
love
thank
Jamie.
you for supporting. If we left you out, our apologies, because we got to make
Miss
sure that
Scorpio,
y'all.
Lou.
Right.
I was about to say stream y'all.
So
shout out to
y'all.
Toya. Shout out to Mo, Lio, Femi. You have like 1,000 billion names.
We want to thank
And I'm
everybody for
Tim.
tuning in,
So
and we will see you next Saturday.
yes, like, subscribe, comment. Please share with other people. Spread the word about who we are, what we do, and where we're going, because we are here to entertain you.
And we love your interactions too, because it's about what? You.
You want to crack, my guy?
Right, y'all.
Not like Justin Timberlake.